Now let's say, what if our JSON file is syntactically correct, but it has missing something? So we could throw our own errors, which are actually built in, or we will build them in. So let's give an example for this. Let's say let JSON free. I'm actually going to comment this one out completely. So JSON free, I'm just going to copy this. So is equal to, let's say, age 35. And we don't need this, and we don't need this. So we have our JSON file. Now let's do a try catch. I'm actually going to, no, let's type it out. Let's just type it out. So let user and JSON. Please do not copy things, type them out so you can get used to them. Because if you don't do this and you're only copying things, then you'll be a copy programmer and not a programmer that really knows what he's doing. So JSON parse. What do we want to parse? We want to parse this JSON file right here. It's not a file, but it's a string. And missing catch. Of course we're missing catch. There's our catch, and it should catch the error instance, and then it should alert. Or should it alert? It doesn't execute, let's say. Doesn't. And execute. Boom. Now, down here, we still need to call our user. So let's say alert. And we want to call from our user, well, not the age, but the name. So let's execute this. Undefined. Now, this just means that our error is not defined. So we could do a throw. Let's type in here. Throw. And what this means is that the operator will generate an error. Hey, go away. Technically, we can use anything as an error object. That may be even a primitive like a number or a string, but it's better to use objects, preferably with name and message properties, so to say something compatible with built-in errors. Now, JavaScript has many built-in constructors for standard errors. We saw error, syntax error, reference error, type error, and others. We can use them to create error object as well. So let's go down here and I'm just going to copy in a few of them. So you have error, let error, new message, new error, and it's taking a message. Then we have a syntax error and a reference error. So let's try them out. So for built-in errors, not for any object, just for errors, the name property is exactly the name of the constructor, and the message is taken from the argument. So as we saw earlier on, it's exactly the same thing. So let's say, for instance, I'm going to create a let with error, and I'm going to create a new error. Whoa. So let error, error. Okay. Now new error. I'm going to create an error object, and it's going to take in the message of, let's say, error object. Dude, stop being undefined. Okay, let's go up here and let me comment this out. So let's go down here and let's say alert. I'm going to say error, so our error that we just created. Jesus. Error. Okay. Let's say error 1. There we go. So error dot name, and we have our error right here. Now if I would go error dot message, then we'll get our error dot name first of all, and then our message, which is undefined. Why? Oh, because I typed the message wrong. So message And let me comment this out. Okay, let's hit save again. Error object. There's a message. So as you can see, that's a syntax error. And in our case, the absence of the name is an error, as user must have a name. So let's throw it. So we have it defined up here, and let's go down here and say try. I'm going to take our let user again, and we're going to put in now a condition. So let me first of all put in the catch, because it's still throwing me an error. So catch the error. But wait for it. In our try, we also put in a condition. So if user has no name, so we're negating it. User name doesn't exist. It has no name. Then it should throw. So we're using now the throw keyword. New syntax. Syntax error. So this is an object, and it should say incomplete data, and we'll say no name. Okay, and then we'll alert user.name. I alerted outside our if statement. And now for the catch, we'll alert our JSON. We'll say JSON error. And within here, I'm also going to type in plus e dot, so the event message, the error message, and that's it. So let's say save error object. I didn't want to have that. Let me comment this out. Okay, let's error is not defined. Error 1 is not defined. Oh, okay. Okay. JSON error incomplete data, no name. So if our JSON is missing that name, we'll throw the syntax error with incomplete data, no name. If let me actually copy this down here, or let me change, put in something. Say we would have a name with the string of Norbert. Then it would just say JSON error. Well, it's actually throwing us the name. Okay, so that's pretty much it for throwing our own error. Next video we're going to talk about rethrowing. So see you in the next one. Bye bye.